Alright, hello and welcome to the pushback phase of the flight. We're in the Airbus A20N as usual from fly-by-wire. Just pushing back now, and then we're going to taxi to a very blustery runway 30 at Dulles International Airport. So that's one of the crossing runways. That's the PTU going. The reason for the taxi to runway 30 is this here. Wind is 300 at 23, gusting 37. So very strong winds, and not much different at La Guardia. We've got 13, gusting 22. Looking at the visibility minimums, we've got 10 miles with 5500 feet. So 5,500 feet above ground level is the cloud base. So we're going to be making the visual approach again. I've got hooked on it. It's always fun in New York because there's a lot of unique approaches due to the crazy nature of the airspace, all the different approaches conflicting, so very tight, close into the airport visual approaches. I've got a bowl of General Tso's chicken in front of me right now, so I'm eating away at that as well. It is delicious. Right, taxi time I suppose. So I just need to set up the init page. We've got the weights already in there. We just need to set up performance. We're going to use flaps 1 for takeoff. Flex of 50 because of the wind. We want to just get up there. And actually, no, the wind's going to be very nicely in our favour, so I'm going to use a slow wind. The wind speed is not ready up there. So 133 for V1, 134 and 138 for V2. Just going to be transmitting over Unicron now. Transmit that down there and lock the door. I've got both engines available and I'm going to set auto brake to max. The QNH is set properly, it's 2983. So anything left to do is just start taxiing basically, so let's do that. Nothing particular to note about the taxi today, it's just, well, there we go, I haven't even let's see if I can get the charts up. So we're flying under the call sign of United 453. United fly from Dulles to New York, LaGuardia under 4533, so just taking the shortened version of that. Chart Fox, let's just quickly log into that. God, there's a lot of chili in that. Whew. KID, taxi-wise. Airport diagram. We're going to take a taxiway. We're on the northern side here, so we're going to taxi out and then go via Zulu all the way down to runway 30. We could take either Zulu or Yankee 11 for departure itself, but Zulu is basically the first left. Dulles traffic, United 453 taxiing to runway 30 via Zulu. There's a couple of planes around, not really sure where they are. There's one or two back there, that's the FedEx fleet. But there are also a couple of actual logged-in players playing there as well.
Washington traffic, American Eastern 19, but now final 101.
To Zulu, we can turn left here. Someone's on final for runway 1. Who we got there? That's another United over there.
United 2232, lining up runway 30, any traffic, please advise Dulles.
That'll be the other United there, just called out. Doing his line-up phase. Let's do the cabin check. Let's get the APU off. Any checklist, so all this is done. Restore before start is also done. After start, we've got anti-ice as required, ECAM check, pitch trim. Set it there, rudder trim. That's also good. Rudder trim is just set to about 1. Proceed to next taxi, flight controls, check those. Free and all good. There's the final plane there. Flap setting config checked. Radar predictor wind shear is on, engine mode select is also on, and we've got recall. Tier config, there we go, and recall no blue, correct. Line up, takeoff runway, fine. TCAS, set there. No, we need to set squawk. Done that already actually. Packs 1 and 2 going off. So yeah, that's the quietening in the background there. The packs 1 and 2 are now off, and that's complete now. So now we're ready for lineup. Got the Boeing 737 just ahead of us. Looks like a 737 MAX. It's got the little bottom winglets as well as the top winglets. And as soon as he's kind of on his way, I will line up as well. Probably give him 2 minutes on the departure just so he's got space to take off properly.
Washington traffic, American 457 is on 10-mile final for...
Dallas traffic 92232 is on the roll, runway 30, Dallas.
Well, he's rolling, I'm lining up.
Washington traffic, American 457 is on 10-mile final for runway 01 right at Dallas. Any traffic in the area, please advise.
Good. Well, let's line up. So, landing lights and strobes are on.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Yeah, ready to go. We won't take off just yet. We'll give him a few minutes to get away from us, just in case he's taking the same routing. He's airborne now. Just going to put the parking brakes on. I'm just going to go and quickly check on the old VATSIM map. We can see exactly where is he going and adjust accordingly. So he has just taken off there, United 2232. He's going to Fort Lauderdale Hollywood. So he is going very much in the other direction. But PHL's online, Baltimore.
Washington traffic, American 457 is at 5-mile final, runway 01 right. Any traffic is advised.
So we can go now because he is going left. Dallas traffic, United 453, taking off runway 30, departure to the north. There's Mountain Flex SRS. Runway? Where's runway? No runway. I'm guessing that's because this approach doesn't have an ILS on it, so there's no way of the aircraft having a runway marker. So V1 rotates. Wind's coming from straight ahead, so no worries there with the crosswind. We've got positive climb. Gear up. He's going that way, so we've got plenty of separation there. Going to make a right turn to the heading. Just going to engage nav there, so it's no manual. We do a right turn onto the heading that's sort of inset here. And let's back down to the climb setting. Just taking off there. See Dulles just in the background there. The wonderful 1960s kind of Captain Scarlet style buildings. Just making a slightly weak climb out. Now going to set us on a heading north. Obviously losing accuracy there. So next waypoint is this one here, our Ignis Brigands. And then we're going to take a direct to and continue the flight. Slats just came in, so 220 we're going to take in the flaps as well. Pax 1 and 2 going back on now. Just going to check for any traffic in the area. Dollars traffic, United 453 direct to Rigner's. That's it, a little bit higher altitude there. So Rigner's is 3,000 or above, looking good so far. Aircraft's all clean, we're in the established climb now, 3,400 feet per minute. They're estimating Rigner's at flight level 130 by the looks of it. We've got an estimated time there as well. We could make a full PIREP, but there's almost no need for it. Just keep an eye out for the other traffic in the area. Looks like everyone else is kind of flying around that point. Over traffic to the right is 2,600 above climbing, so just keeping an eye on that chap there, basically this one here. No idea who that is. Have a quick look on the VATSIM map. Looks like Air Canada 875 going to Montreal. So he's hopefully going to be just crossing right to left. Just breaking through the cloud layer now, coming above 10,000 feet, so off with all of the lights. And then we can turn the seatbelt sign off once we're established in the next phase of climb. Note to self, do not put free-dried bird's eye chilies in a dish. So not a long flight today. Washington to New York is only about 45 minutes. So you can see there we're already about 200 miles to go. We've still got a flight level 290 cruising altitude. Just to get the maximum efficiency out of the aircraft. So approach now. Yeah, all that will need to be done at some point. We're going to go for runway 31 again at La Guardia. Going again by the Expressway Visual. It's a very nice approach. I quite enjoy flying it, so why not? It's VATSIM, so regardless of what air traffic control says, you can always ask for something better. As somebody told me in the comments somewhere. In one of the forums, it was basically because Europe is always a fan of following the procedures to the T. I've very rarely been assigned a visual approach from standard. It's been pretty much, you know, ILS, ILS, ILS. So it'd be quite nice. It is quite nice when you come and fly in the US, and sometimes the air traffic control just immediately assigns you visual approach without asking, and it's like, well, you know, technically that is totally correct. If you are, you know, a pilot flying, the first thing you should be able to do is a visual approach. And if the visual minimums allow for it, then why not? So I prefer that. I'm struggling with this chopstick stuff. Yeah. Also learning how to fly chopsticks while I fly. Thanks to School of Wok for this recipe, which I'm now eating. So just cruising up now. We've got an estimated top of climb there. So Air Canada is now just ahead of us, 20 miles, about 11 o'clock, 200 below at this point. So we're climbing above them now. Looks like they're going to be no factor. So let's just have a look at where we are. Okay, Air Canada is actually following a similar path, so I'm imagining they're on a similar departure routing, but they seem to be a little bit to the left. Standard altimeter set now, we're just crossing above our transition levels, and turn off the seatbelt signs now. Right, so we're just coming up towards Doctor now at the top of climb, and then you see here we've already got about 60 miles before an estimated top of descent. We need to start programming the approach now, so I'm going to set up the RNAV 31 X-ray approach via the Corrie 4 arrival today. And we are, no, that's fine actually. Flight plan Agard Corrie 4, yeah, looks fine. So let's just insert that now via Agard transition. Okay, that's now all set. So you can see our departure there. So the aircraft's just figuring out our descent profile to kind of hit those at the right sort of altitude. Corrie is 10,000 and that's fixed, so that's the one it's going to be aiming for really. We've got Robbinsville, Tykes, Renu, Proud, Pachu. So Pachu, Shea and Gakau we can delete again if we're going to fly the visuals, so I'm going to go Dung. And from Proud we're going to fly direct to Dials. Dials is going to be 2500 and the speed is going to be 180 knots. It's going to be a hard limit, so it's going to be There's our approach path set up. We've got flight level 290 coming up shortly. So in about 10 minutes that I've got between now and the top of descent, I'm going to go quickly and try and do the flight and clean up afterwards. Clean up my cooking. Maybe I should make a cooking channel too, but it's mainly just me copying other people's recipes, so it's not really a cooking channel, so to speak. Here's me presenting to you a recipe from somebody who presents it anyway on YouTube. Nah, never mind. Or would it? I'm pretty sure I've seen that before somewhere. And then once I've done eating this rice, I'm going to try and eat some of the chili, so I've pushed to the side and see how it goes for me. Could die. Alright, flight level 290, nice cruise level just reached there. So you can see we're about a third of the way, quarter of the way to the airport already. In terms of landing, we're landing KLGA. Let's get the metadata in there. KLGA 31 arrival. So 3113, so 31 is 2142 meters, so we're going to use 2142 there. Runway slope is going to be average about 128 knots arrival speed, I'm guessing. And the heading is 315. Altitude is about 4 feet above sea level. Calculate. USS LaGuardia it's called, because it's so akin to landing on an aircraft carrier according to some commercial pilots. Short runways, right over the ocean. If you miss the runway, you're ditching into the ocean, so not the ocean, the river, but it's close enough for a lot of people to say, yeah, that's basically an aircraft carrier. Okay, we're going to put the aircraft in. Yeah, okay, we'll put the destination data in soon, chill out. Lower the nose. Maybe it needs to lower the nose. So it looks like we could use auto brake low, but we would be at the other end of the runway, so we're going to set it to medium. It's a short runway, only 2,000 meters long. We will be using reverse thrust, it won't be auto, I'd calculate that. Same. 100% charge. Is it charging? Oh, that's fantastic. So wind at LaGuardia is now picked up. We're looking at 270 degrees, 20 knots, gusting 29. So it's 50 from 22 or it's 40 from 31. We'll take 31. It's going to be a left-hand crosswind, so we'll have to be crabbed to the left. But that'll be fine. We'll sort that out on short final. What else have we got to do? We've already put in our descent winds, so the descent winds are all been accounted for. There we go. Looks like top of descent is very shortly. So Skippy at flight level 190. We've got 10 miles to go, so actually I'm going to start setting in my flight altitude 10,000 feet there. And I'm going to give a quick message to New York approach because he's online now. JFK. So I just contacted them to say, please can I fly the pretty approach? And they're going to hopefully say, of course, no problem. Well, they could say something completely other. Hopefully not. But I just saw an aircraft flying into LaGuardia performing that. You got it. Lovely. Oh, ready onto his frequency. Fine then. 125.325. La 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 la.
1,000 please, reaching 3,000, reduce speed to 210.
Delta 847 descent 3000, upon reaching radius 210 knots.
New York Center, kind of 875, with you passing file 3000,
Air Canada 875, New York, hello. Squawk 7127, ident please.
Squawk 7127, kind of 875.
New York Center, United 453 with you. Just started a bit of a descent down.
United 453 New York, hello, squawk 7105.
As you may have noticed, we have begun our initial
7105, I think.
Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare.
New York Center, UPS 1084, 10 miles south of DuPont, level 200.
There you are, UPS 1084 in New York Center, hello, squawk 7170, please.
Okay, destination
717, UPS 1084.
Phase, QNH at La Guardia.
Air Canada 875, radar contact, flight level 300, climb and maintain, level 350.
27024.
Delta 847, turn 10 degrees left, reduce speed to
2963.
10 degrees to the left, reduce 180, Delta 847.
Looks like we're going to get a full air traffic control complement tonight. Temperature 6. Barometric altitudes were like
American 107 Heavy, turn right heading 250, descend and maintain 5,000.
it's a visual approach,
Head
so
right
that's
heading
fine.
250, descend and maintain 5,000.
So we've got the approach approved by the controller, we're just going to basically get given it.
Send via the Philbos 3 arrival, Philly altimeter 2973. UPS 1084, descend via the Philbos 3 arrival, Philly altimeter 2973.
We are
Descend via Philbo 3 arrival, 2973, UPS 1084.
way below
UPS
profile
1084 and your
apparently.
radar contact over the DuPont DOR, flight level 200. United 453, radar contact as well over Skippy, flight level 270, descend via the Corey 4 arrival, the Philadelphia altimeter 2973.
Send via the Corey 4, 2973 altimeter at United 253. 453. So is us descend on the arrival, so
FedEx 232, descend and maintain 2000.
Descend 2000, FedEx 232.
UPS 210, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend 3,000, yes, 3,000.
make any of these hard. Alright, Davies, 25 miles, how much do we need to descend now? Just come off this V. To descend.
Center, this is FedEx 232. Do you still want me to maintain 300 knots?
250 on the
13,000.
speed, please. FedEx 232 below 10,000.
37.
250, thank you, FedEx 232.
Okay, that's going to have to be a quicker descent then.
FedEx to me, Southwest 1350, cross bumps at 8,000. Harrisburg altimeter 2978.
Cross bumps at 8,000, 2978. Southwest 1350.
29. It's not going to be enough. How about that, 26?
Got 847, left turn 340, you're 5 for Moldy. Maintain 3,000 till established, cloud approach 31 right.
Might do it.
Delta 847, make a left turn heading 340.
We're trying to hit these
3,000,
altitudes
full
now.
established.
They are only
Yeah,
pluses, but they
319.
are actually more like hard limits.
American
Like America.
107, heavy maintain 250 knots till advised.
We do just have to stay
Maintain
above
250
those
knots
altitudes for each
until
one. So if we're
American
set 13,000 there, 20 miles to go, yeah, we can do a little bit less. Corey is 35, let's put 10,000 in there. That's 28 miles. Yeah, so we can do a little bit less. 30. No, it's 30 miles. Yeah, so we'll do that as our descent rate there. Don't know what the speed's doing really. We're coming into some pretty good weather at New York by the looks of it. We've got a bit of a storm there. Which should make sense given the wind is wild. So we've been descending on the star, which means 10,000 here. Then blah 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 blah. So he's basically kind of cleared us down to 10,000. 25 miles. That's going to go to Corey, yeah, about right. Perfect. We do need to, however, speed brake.
FedEx 232, turn left heading 360.
Left 360, FedEx 232.
Seatbelt sign back on, below 18,000 feet. QNH was 29 or something, 75, 73, there we go.
UPS 210 heavy, right turn 060, descend and maintain 4,000, reduce speed to 210.
Right heading 060, descend 4,000 and reduce speed to 210. Yes, 210.
Okay, 32 below.
Next on about 847.
13,000, where's that going?
That 847, the wind 26028, gust 40, remains 2 on right, clear land.
Clear to land 3 on right, Delta 847.
FedEx 232 again, descend and maintain 2,000.
We're United 453, so.
FedEx 232.
And you could rate down.
Affirmative, FedEx 232.
UPS 1084, New York approach 12855, good day.
12855, UPS 1084.
American 107 heavy, reduce speed to 180, thanks to your help.
Okay, we're not heading right. We've got
Reducing speed to
14,000,
180,
which must be
American
above
107.
13,000, so that's okay there. We need to be above 11,000 by Brand, and then Corey is a strict 10,000, so I'm going to set 11,000 now. That's going to give me 10 miles, so we're going to be a bit early. So we'll see what altitude we're actually going to put 11,000 in there, so we have to level off at some point.
FedEx 232, did you copy?
Go ahead, this is FedEx 232, sorry.
Okay, the fourth time, FedEx 232, turn left heading 270, general localizer.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
established on localizer, FedEx 232.
Look at this weather. Oh my god. Flying into some heavy weather by the looks of it. Okay, here comes our descent path, so I'm going to set that now. So we follow the descent profile given. That's going to basically hopefully level us off at
United
11,000.
453, 20.8 for New York approach,
So
good day.
20.8, what was that? New York approach, second frequency, Delta, United 453.
United 453, 120.8.
120.8, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye, United, excuse me, American.
Oh, it's stressful. Don't say 20.8 in explosion movie. Alright. New York approach, United 453 with you, 11,000 Brand.
Yeah, 453 New York approach. Information echoes current, expect a visual approach runway 22.
Check echo, can we get 31 via Expressway, Unit 453?
Alright, 453, sorry. Yes, I have your request. You can expect the Expressway Visual runway 31.
Expect Expressway Visual 31, Unit 453.
Rotor run 204, contact New York Center 125.
Okay, now we're going to set down to 10,000.
125, 132, roll down at 274.
Landing lights going on now. Still quite a ways to go. We've got over 40 miles, which is about in America. 60 miles to the airport, and we're already at 10,000 feet. That's a bit crazy, really, but that's the way they do it over here. So I suppose we've just got to get on board with it.
The approach is too high for INAV XA41. I'm just going to disconnect so you can extend ready.
23, roger. I can bring you around for right traffic if you like, or a visual for 22.
It's okay. Okay, I'm done inside.
Right, so we're level off now, so speed brakes are back in. Corrie, any further descent now? That's the question. Let's have a look at the Corrie 4. Chart Fox.
New York departure, Care 3102, at White Plains,
Okay,
requesting
L
for
GA.
up to Provincetown.
Boom, boom, Corey 4, anything now?
Care 3102 near departure.
10,000 Corey.
Roger, your clearance time request, stand by.
Further looks like it's on ATC. So we'll just wait for ATC to do the rest. 10,000 Corey was the last waypoint there, really. So just kind of flying in through the weather now. Bit on the left, bit on the right, all round a bit. I'd actually quite like for this camera to be somewhere else, maybe there. That would be better, thank you. Look at that weather, fantastic what Microsoft can actually do with this thing. So just holding 250 knots, 10,000 feet, and see what the traffic controller has to say. Yeah, so welcome to the boring part of the flight, which is when the Americans let you
Air
just
3102, I have your clearance. It's a full route.
Ready to copy.
Air 3102, clear to the Provincetown Airport, Westchester 7 departure, radar vectors Carmel, Victor 3, Hartford, Victor 167, Providence, Tango 393, Gales, that's Golf, Alpha, India, Lima, Sierra, direct, maintain 3,000,
no, I
5,000,
wanted
10 minutes after departure.
250.
Departure this frequency, squawk 1065.
So we've got 2,100 until we need to start the next stage of descent, roughly. You can see that popping up here. We're basically 2,000 below the descent profile.
United 453, descend and maintain 7,000.
So maintain 7,453. Right, I'm just going to do this according to the profile, because that should be roughly accurate, so... yeah. Push that to the aircraft. Let's do that all in a vertical speed there. We're going to intercept the profile at about 5 miles time, which is fine. Basically, when you push it in the first time, you initiate a very low, sort of 500 vertical speed, sort of 1,000 feet per minute vertical speed, roughly. And basically, once the descent profile gets captured, your plane will then increase and adjust accordingly to keep the profile kind of in sight, which is what it's doing now. You see, when you get 700, because we're a little bit low, and it starts coming back down. So we're a little bit low right now, but that's absolutely fine. There you go, just set the speed there, give it back to the aircraft because it is supposed to be 250. We are on which phase now? Performance, you're on descent right now, managed 248.
3102, we need a couple things at the end. We're cleared to Provincetown via Westchester 7 departure, radar vectors Carmel, then Victor 3, then Hartford, then the Victor 167, I believe it was Providence. And missed it from there, but if you can fill me in on the rest of that, that'd be great.
So, so we're basically now coming in along here. We've just gone past Corey,
the route correct up
coming
to
in along
Providence,
here, basically heading towards Proud, and then Guardia.
Gales,
so that's Corey 4, and the
Alpha,
arrival,
India,
we're going to be doing
Lima,
the
Sierra,
Expressway Visual.
Direct.
So that's dials, right heading 085 along the highway here, and then hitting the park, left over the Met Stadium.
And if you can give us the altitude departure and the squawk also, sorry.
Met Space.
Alright, so Westchester 7 departure, maintain 3,000, expect 5,000, 10 minutes, and squawk 1065.
How's it looking?
Thank you.
Okay, so we are
Providence, Tango 393, Gales, direct, climb to 3,000,
so expect 5,000,
so there is departure with you, 1065, Care 3102.
Coming into the New York Bay now.
Read back correct, and
so should be able to see that shortly.
Departure,
so where's the lower New York
and
Bay?
You can call me
no, we can't see anything.
Taxi unless you need to push on to Alpha there.
We're on the descent profile quite nicely there now.
I think we can call, we'll call for taxi. I think we can push back just slight short of the line.
3102, roger.
So look at the window, can we see it yet? Can we see the bay? Nearly. We're using Bing Maps, but however, newly updated version, so it's from the Google Maps provider. basically he's now also got a server linked to Bing Maps images, so it's the more up-to-date version. The one that's provided with the game is about 2013 or so. It's an old, low-resolution version, and what is actually visible on Bing is not the same as what you get in the sim. But with this mod, you basically get what you see, which is quite nice. So 7,000 there, just reached. Looking for lower, I suppose. Well, we've got to send maintain 7,000.
And 453, fly present heading and intercept the runway 4 localizer, descend and maintain 4,000.
Present heading, intercept runway 4 localizer, descend and maintain 4,000, United 453. So the 4 localizer is going to be red nav. We need to quickly just set that up. So according to the charts, the localizer is 045 on 110.5, so 110.5 045. Yeah, there we go. So if I now go into landing system, there you go, coming into Lower New York Bay now, we've got the entrance to the city really there, and then hopefully localizer's coming up soon. As soon as that localizer comes up, I'm just going to intercept that there. ILGA is the correct frequency. We're only going to use lock though. We're going to use the vertical speed as is. Dials is 15 miles away at 2,500. There's the localizer coming in now. So we're arming that now. All that's going to do is basically turn us onto this track here anyway, so that's no worries. There we go, just slight right turn to intercept, and there we go, the city's starting to come into view. We've got Newark Airport somewhere over here. Bridges do need fixing. There is a chap who's done a bridge fix.
When able, report the twin white tanks or the Guardia airport in sight.
Wilco, United 453. So twin white tanks or La Guardia airport, one or the other. Wondering if I can see any of that. Problem is it takes a minute for this photogrammetry to... Right, La Guardia airport's in sight. There's the twin white tanks. Unit 453 tanks and the airport in sight.
Alright, 453 tanks cleared. Expressway Visual runway 31 approach.
Dead Expressway 31 approach. United 453. Okay, so performance activate approach phase confirm speed brakes. Ramming for 2,500, so just keep it going down now. Below 250, so we could do the landing gear already. There's La Guardia, sorry, Newark. Over on the right now we've got Kennedy. Canarsie is over here. We're just overflying Brooklyn right now. Just thought of Brooklyn 99 there for a second. Watch hard. Right, so got another 7 miles to go until Jules. Let's try and get some flaps out. There we go, flaps 1. And speed check flaps 1, so all good. Descending down to 2,500 feet, and we'll level off there. And then start the final approach. So 5 miles to dials, just reaching 2,500 above ground level. Sea level as well. Looking on the left, we've got the city coming in sight. There's a lovely bridge there, bridge there, bridge there. Oh, those have been fixed. Thank you, Scenery Maker, for fixing the Brooklyn Bridge. That is wonderful. These used to have walls instead of... Oh no, that one still does. Okay, there we go. Speed check, flaps 2. And checked. Dials at 2,500 looks good. Just using the localizer for now. We'll go completely visual once we're there. We'll see the expressway coming up and to the right. Laps 3 and full. which automatically pulled the speed brake in. Fair enough. Gear coming down now. 2,500 there.
453, wind at 280 at 20 gust 29er, runway 31, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 31, United 453. Okay, cabin. In you go. Still overhead dials, now looking to the right. We have the expressway in sight there. So I'm going to start a descent roughly at the 3 degree glide path now, 700 feet per minute. Heading off to the right along the expressway. The runway is going to be this one here. So I'm going to follow the expressway. I'm going to keep slightly to the right of that and maintain around 700 feet per minute. The localizer is 5 miles, so we're 5 mile radius right now. That's fine. We're going to start getting closer. Keep going around 700-800 feet per minute. Darrell's 3 miles away and it's at 1142. Looks like we'll hit that too. Not that we need to, we're just kind of using that RNAV approach as a guideline. Overhead this park here, you can see the expressway cutting through. That is going to be our final turn, and we're looking for the New York Mets Stadium, which is this one here on the left. Actually, there's a fun scene from Brooklyn Nine-Nine where they falsely tell the bad guys to go and stand in front of the Met Stadium, or I think it's the good guys get told by the bad guys to go and stand in front of the Met Stadium, and they subsequently kind of mess up the whole thing. So runway is in sight, just keeping an eye on the left hand side visually and the right hand side on the instruments there. Speed brake, brake medium, speed brake needs to be armed. Checklist time, approach, that's all done. Eco memo landing, no blue, grand. So coming in now, a bit of turbulence there. New York Met Stadium just on the right.
1,000.
Looking okay for altitude. There is the runway there, so I'm going to start turning left now.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue. Okay, we've got 4 whites at the moment. Try and lose those whites during the turn. There's 1 red. Bring in the second red, please. 700 feet per minute. Keep it down. There's a second red. Ground speed 140. I'll start rolling it out, keeping my kind of 600 feet per minute now. There's 2 reds, 3 reds. Bring it up a little bit, then down a bit.
500.
Looking okay so far. A little bit low. And on the money. Gonna roll out now, aim for this corner of land with the warehouse on it, and then keep just slightly adjusting my turn speed there. We've got 2 white, 2 red, so the descent rate does need to be, there we go, there's the 3 whites to warn me that I was going a bit too low. High even. Got this little warehouse here. The wind's coming from the left.
300. 200. 200.
Final adjustment there. Looking good. Grab up slightly.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Touchdown. Reverse is green. We got 100 knots. Decel. 80 knots. Reverse is off. Manual braking. 37 knots there. We're going to vacate left and then tell them we've got the fancy scenery.
Okay, 453, welcome to New York. Sierra, sorry, Tango Alpha to the ramp.
Tango Alpha to ramp, United 453. There's Alpha. Oh, let me check the charts now. Tango and Alpha there. So I just need to go straight in here basically. So I just need to spin it around really.
Yeah, 453, you can make the left turn golf there if you need.
Yeah, I'll take golf, thanks, sorry. There you go, and the ramp is basically free for all. So we'll look at this lovely new airport. It looks like something out of our Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or some Avengers spaceship. Pretty cool, really. We'll take this stand here, just on the right. It's done 2-2. Let's adjust that, come on, let's actually get on there. We'll have a wee look at the landing rate too. Sceneries by feel there. I downloaded it after I landed the last time because I felt like this is going to be an airport I actually want to visit a few more times. And I've always just liked getting sceneries, it's like treating myself to something. Okay, we can turn the engines off. We've got the APU set up there, so engines off, and let's get Mr. Jetway over here. Thank you, power catering baggage. And then we can actually get them to connect. Power catering baggage. Taxi lights off, beacon off, strobes off, seatbelts off. External power is available, so we'll turn off the APU. Probe heat's no longer needed, and we can unlock the door. Lovely. But it is a lovely looking airport. I don't know how safer it is. Let's go and have a look at the airport scenery quickly. Showcase. Free camera drone. Why are you... There you go, that was quick flight from dollars. Okay, so there's no interior there. Looks like no interior here either, so that's probably why it was only €10. The outside is nice. It does look quite a bit nicer than what was default, to be honest. Especially that it's got the new design of the terminal buildings. It literally is like an aircraft carrier. You can kind of see why that is the case. You land there, and then you can land there. The only runway where you don't ditch
3102, we're at the terminal. Request taxi runway 34. We have weather.
22, you may well make it into a freeway.
3102, runway 34, taxi via Alpha.
Here's Rikers Island, which is, I think, entirely a prison.
Taxi via Alpha across,
I don't think anything else here.
3102.
It's basically just a prison island. So yeah, that seems like a good place for a prison, to be fair. It's very hard to escape from that. And yeah, you can see all these bridges here, so I'm wondering if it's worth downloading for another €10 the Bridge Fixer pack to get all these bridges looking normal again. So maybe fly a bit more around New York. We shall see. Oh my, look, it's done it. Fly-by-wire have said that they would do it, and they have done it. We've turned off the hydraulics, so all of the control surfaces are now basically droopy. And because the wind is coming strongly from this direction, it's actually pushed the rudder all the way to the left, even though we haven't made any rudder input. So look, if I just... yeah, I can't make any rudder input because the hydraulics are off, but they're basically floppy and being pushed by the wind. Pretty cool. Right, landing rate, review flight, let's have a look. Statistics, landing rate was 150 feet per minute, which is seems like a fair enough rate when you're sort of working at an airport with a short runway. 150 feet per minute, 140 knots shortly after taxiway Victor again as before. Taxiway Victor is literally where the touchdown marking is, so if you land shortly after that, that's a pretty good place to be. There's Victor, the taxiway marking, and then we will about there. Right, let's finish that up today.